Okay, welcome back everyone for another episode of Master of Command. We're going to be continuing our British Expedition playthrough today. Let's see, we've got a little bit of money. We could throw a cartridge box on someone, theoretically. Let me see if we can do that. These guys have got a pretty fast reload. It'd probably be best on them. And these guys, well, he's already got a cartridge box, but these guys also have plenty of upgrades already. Not really them. They could be doing better, but I think I will give it to these guys just because they've got a faster reload. Could give them a better saddle if I'm willing to sell some things real quick. I think I needed, what, 150? Yeah. So I could sell the step horse, but let's sell the horseshoes and one of our land pattern muskets. And then we can upgrade him, give him a light saddle, just make him slightly better. Actually, yeah, that was enough to get his veterancy above stamina above 79. So he should be getting a combat effectiveness bonus now. That said, let's go ahead and get this fight underway. We are pretty close in terms of unit, like our combatant size. We're only a few thousand men fewer than they are, so that's pretty good. They do have a lot of artillery, so I'm thinking we need to hurry up and do some serious damage to one side of their line and then break through and get after that artillery with our dragoons before the artillery makes short work of our men here. In any case, let's go ahead and load into the battle and do our best here. Okay, we're loaded in and we're hitting play. We're going to march up and we're going to take a defensive position here along this hill, this fence line, the woods here, and then over to the fence line and the hedges here. Our rightmost flank is going to line up here. That's where we got our highest veteran foot, and they're going to be up against the Curbine Musketeers, these veteran Musketeers, veteran Bavarians. They've got some Jaegers in the middle, so I'm keeping this Highland foot here, just in case they overextend. I'm going to charge them in. We're going to have to see how these guys deploy, because if they want to try to flank around, then I'll probably put the Highlanders into a line formation, and then just have our Grenadiers charge in. But let's go ahead and start setting up here. I also have a reserve unit of foot. It does look like these Jaegers are overextending, so I probably will end up charging into them. I think, yeah, these guys have worse melee stats than these guys. I'd probably rather hit them. But let's just advance. Okay. Start bringing the dragoons out over this way. And let's charge in to them. Let's have you guys hold fire. Okay, it does look like they're coming in to hit our veteran foot over here, so we'll bring our Highland crew around. We need to get these guys set up. So both of you can run into position. Start bringing the dragoons around. And let's rear charge these Jaegers and then pull the Highlanders out. Okay, hold your fire. You guys can fire. And let's have you come up and get your volley off, and then you next. And then we'll have you guys charge in. And I misclicked. I didn't mean for the Royal Horse Guard to get in there. Not at this stage anyway. Your Highlanders charge them. Okay, they're shattered, that's good. Okay, let's start to make our way towards the artillery. You guys come around this way. Yeah, it looks like their hussars are starting to react to us, so let's go ahead and get... Oh, you can open fire. That's my bad. Let's go ahead and start getting these guys ready for the hussars. And let's charge in. Let's get you moving over here. We'll move you forward this way. Let's get you up here. And then I'll have you form up to help them. Okay, they're done for. Run into position here, and let's run into position. Well, they can walk for a little bit. Okay, great shot. Okay, open fire. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys going in then. Okay, you guys can move up now. And charge in. Let's hit the cannons. Then I think these are the only units left. Nice. That went well. Honestly, went better than I expected. But we just had to put all of our Highlanders on one side of the line and just have them break through their units that weren't especially good in melee. Only lost 1,500. We'll be able to recover that with our manpower reserves. I think we take the money. We need to start stocking up more money in order to open up another brigade slot. So we'll do that. And we were holding off on some upgrades, so we can go ahead and do those now. I think that was the only one. Do you guys upgrade again? No, you don't. So we're gonna need 1,500. We're just a little short of that. We can sell off the boots. And maybe some other things. Maybe this. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get our next upgrade. I could make our Highlanders stronger. Or we could just get extra loot from battles, which is also pretty good. For right now, maybe we'll take the extra loot. I think it would be good to get this later on, but it also comes with a... it's going to be more expensive to recruit heavy infantry, so it might be worth getting this later once we have all of our units already. For now, let's... I mean, to be fair, we already have three of our like units that we're going to turn into grenadiers, so maybe it's not too bad. But I do want to go with this. This is going to generate extra money for us and extra items. Okay. So here's what stinks about this. If we go with either of these two, we're getting German units, which I am not supposed to be using. If we go over here, I'll get British Grenadiers, which are fine, but we have to siege 3 forts. That's difficult for us because we don't have artillery, and we would get Offensive Spirit, which goes against kind of like the doctrine of our army, which is more shooting based. So I'm gonna do a re-roll. Sanitary conditions is pretty meh. I would get Dragoons. Officer morale, this is okay. Not like amazing, it's okay. But we do get Dragoons, which we desperately need. And we don't have to siege a fort or anything. So I think we're going to do this. It'll also be interesting because we're going to be fighting in southern England. We're going to be fighting the French. And yeah, let's just go with that. It is going to be funny, though, if I raid any towns, because I'm going to be raiding English towns. We're going to be, like, raiding our own people. But, sometimes war makes you desperate. Let's go ahead and look at the map here. We need to secure 4 outposts and 5 battlefields. So the outposts are pretty concentrated over here. And there's one in the north. Okay, there's a bunch up here. And then battlefields. So what I think we're going to end up doing is coming this way. And then coming this way to hit everything. maybe swing back down this way. Okay. Well, the army's replenishing. Let's check out the supply cache. Give thanks for food. And then... let's see, this is pretty good. We can sell items for more, and we get extra food here. Yeah, I think we're gonna... I do like the reservists over here. I'm trying to think if it's worth it to come over here, buy a bunch of reservists, and then proceed this way. Probably. Should only take a few days to get there. Let's buy up some cheap reservists. Kind of curious what they had here. Let's see if they have any good gold items. They do have beer. Excellent gun picks. Some cartridge boxes. What I am going to do is we're going to raid this town, because since we took Pillager, we're going to get extra loot from it. I'm just trying to think if it's worth buying like all of the manpower here or not. Unfortunately, none of these towns... oh, I mean, I guess they have extra cavalry, which could come in handy. I was hoping to find other unit modifiers. This would be good though if they have British cavalry. None of that German cavalry, please. Do I want to buy up a bunch more manpower? Maybe if we just do that, and then we can raid this town. We'll generate some money. We'll notify the headquarters. But we should get a fair amount of loot. Okay. Take that. Let's go ahead and hand these good half-gators to our Highlanders. They'll benefit from the extra stamina. We also have this Shepherd's Axe, which we can give to you maybe in the next battle. Probably just sell off the spirit rations. For now. Maybe if I get like excellent spirit rations, I'd keep that, but not the basic ones. Okay, let's go ahead and let's come visit this battlefield. We can even force march for a bit, since we spent some days raiding. Okay, get our officer there. Come check this encampment out. Yeah, we can afford to give up a blanket. Then let's come over here. Let's see. British veteran foot, redcoat recruits. So basically this redcoat recruit is all that we could use. I mean, we could use the veteran foot. We could use the veteran foot, but they're really expensive right now. Yeah, I'm gonna sell off these guys. And I'm gonna hold off on purchasing the new brigade for now. Let's go ahead and maybe I buy the redcoat recruits while we're here, and then if we do like a battle or something, then I'll have the money to open the new brigade. Although these guys will eat food, These guys will eat our food if we buy them, but I think it's fine. Because I think we should find a battle like over here or up here, and that should generate us enough money to open up another slot. Let's come check this slum real quick. Not a great event. Come check the battlefield. I guess none of our cavalry counts as light, which is a bummer. Let's see if we can get a cavalry regiment out of this. We did not. That's unfortunate. Ah, there's an army. They are much larger than us. Okay, but it's a bunch of French units which are like artificially inflating the unit count, so I think we should be fine, and they should have relatively low morale. We should just be able to go down with our Highlanders and break them, and then get on top of that artillery. I think what we'll need to keep an eye on is these French grenadiers. They can be really dangerous if they decide to charge into us. But let's go ahead and load in and then see how things shake out. Okay, we're loaded in and we're going to advance. We're going to try to put our units in a position to where they're able to fire on the French right as they're getting into this river. They've got their grenadiers over here, so I put my Highlanders over here, hoping that we can try to like run ahead and smash them and just start working our way down the line with the Highland Grenadiers and with this Highland Foot, and then the Dragoons could focus on the artillery. But their line is kind of moving unexpectedly, spreading out more than I thought. I might actually have these guys take a little step back. Same here. Just so that the French are more likely to end up in the river instead of on the river bank. Let's get our Highlanders and our foot moving out this way. Same with the Dragoons. We've got these Highlanders in reserve here just in case these Grenadiers decide to push their luck and charge in. Let's move the general over. Okay. There. I think we'll just call that good enough. They might not end up in the river, and that's okay. There's a lot of units over here. Kind of wondering if these French Fusiliers are going to keep coming over here, or if they're going to turn to fight our line infantry. Let's go ahead and spread out the Highland Foot. let's get our dragoons swinging around. We're gonna need to get on top of that artillery, where it does a lot of damage. Fortunately, these two didn't unlimber, so I'm okay with that. Go ahead and advance here. And there's a lot of guys over here. Let's try to fall back a little bit. And let's bring the general over here. And let's try to keep these guys from recovering. And I might just completely pull you guys back since you've taken so much damage. So much morale damage, I should say. Let's get our general back. Actually, why don't you just like completely fall back and let the foot handle that? Dragoons don't stop there. Keep moving. And here, let's actually bring you guys over here. And the supply wagon can come over here. You need to attack them. And we need to start pulling units off the line here. Come help down here if possible. Yeah, I'm okay with them just racking up kills. Let's get the Highland foot down here. Now let's bring you guys over. Here, you finish them off. You guys come line up over here. Get ready to charge into them. Where's our supply wagon? Shucks, I didn't get them down here. Let's run you guys for a little bit. And after this volley, I'm going to pull you guys back. Let's help out over here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Certainly could have gone much worse. Now we have the money in order to open up another brigade slot, so that's good. Let's just go with the money and ammunition for now, as we seek to gather up more units. I need to rename these guys. Because he's much more of a fire brigade than he is a melee brigade. And then this is probably going to be like a dragoon brigade. Okay, let's give you that. Let's open up this new brigade. Let's put them in. You can come over here. And this can be our melee brigade, I think. Let's see. For this, we want to not take any of these because they're not good for cavalry. I mean, this is okay, but I'm good with them getting extra charge or extra stamina. Move speed also isn't terrible. Let's go with the stamina. Since they already do have extra charge here. And then our fire brigade. I do like the cover effectiveness, but what else can we get? Extra reload speed, that's pretty decent. And we do have some beer. Let's give it to them. Teens, huh? Nice. Let's excuse me for just a second. Had something in my throat there, so tried to clear it. Hopefully it's a little bit better. We're definitely not going to do that fort siege, but we will come over here and see if there's any units that we could buy. Veteran foot isn't terrible. How are we doing on our... We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our British foot. I think we want to have 10 eventually. For cavalry, we want to have 6. And for these guys, we want to have 4. 4 Highlanders. Let's go ahead and pick up the recruit. They do have excellent tobacco here that I could buy. Wooden stakes. Let's pick up the tobacco while we're here. And here, let's give you excellent tobacco. You can take excellent tobacco. We'll open a slot here, give you the tea. Give the tea over the coffee. You could use an item here. What? Wonder what they had. Well, let's give them that. And then probably the beer. Well, we need to give you guys weapons. Alright. Then we can give you both Tompions. Give you both shoes. And maybe I'll give you both haversacks. So that you don't... You're a little less likely to run away. And we could even do a slight upgrade where you get the coffee, and I'll give this pocket Bible. And you guys need 1 more point to upgrade into Dragoon Guards. Do I want to raid here? Probably not. We probably need to keep up our momentum and come hit up all these events. So let's come check out this slum. Sure, let's see where all the encounters are. I'm fine with that. See, do I want the money? Do I want the provisions? Let's take the money for now. Let's go over here. Provide them plenty of ammunition. We've got a ton. And we'll switch those out. I'll keep these Cuirassier swords. We can probably sell the Hussar sabers at some point. Not here though, because we'll get less money for it. Let's come down here. As far as units go, all that we could get is the Highland Foot. Oh, speaking of veterancy stuff, you've got extra veterancy gain. Let's take that off of you. Then who's got our spontoon? I'm actually okay with you holding it. But let's... Here, maybe we take this and then give you this instead. And you can have that. They do have excellent Charlevilles here, but I think we're probably going to... I think we're probably going to have to raid this town in order to get our money and food back up. What did I want to do? Probably buy up some food and then raid the town. Okay, 134. Okay. Not terrible. Cylindrical ramrods. Here, we'll get it to you. Let's hold on to all the rest of this for now. We could probably put this on one of our guys, like our Island Grenadiers at some point. Let's come check out this battlefield. Sure, let's take the recruit infantry. Hope that it's British. It's not. Okay, at this point I should probably just swing south. Because then I could hit these two outposts pretty easily. And so I come down south and I get these two outposts. I'll get this battlefield, and then we'll have done all of our sub-objectives. And we can start working our way around this way. And where is the... Okay, so the encamped army's over here. Not the encamped army, the HQ army. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some good weapons out of this. We've got a good light socket bayonet. I guess we'll take that. I don't think we're strong enough to take on that encamped army yet. Still need to do some more battling and getting experience for our troops. Could get provincial cavalry. Could get another Royal Horse Guard unit. Yeah, let's take the provincial cavalry. And maybe if I save up enough money, we can come back here and buy that Royal Horse Guard and the Veteran Foot. Let's not destroy this town. We do need food. So let's do that, and then from south here, oh, let's come up here and fight them. But before that, let's make sure that these guys are equipped. I also should have sold stuff here. I guess I still can after this battle. Okay. Let's give you the extra move speed. You can just chase down routing units. And maybe this canteen. Or the coffee so you move even faster. Let's just give you a normal canteen. And I'm going to switch you over here. Make your charge slightly better, your stamina better. Good cartridge boxes. Switch you. And then let's go ahead and get into this battle. Alright, we're loaded in and ready to go. I didn't notice this until after I had paused to load into the battle, but we are fighting almost an entirely Swiss army here. They've got some French Fusiliers over here, and then of course some French artillery, but it's a lot of Swiss units, and it's a lot of Swiss veterans. Look at this accuracy, 92 accuracy, 84 morale. These guys are going to be pretty strong. What they're lacking, though, is melee. 44. 57's decent, but not, like, incredible. So we're really going to need to get into melee to knock these guys out. So what we're doing is we're putting kind of like our weaker line infantry over here because this is where we've concentrated our Highlanders, and we're going to have the Highlanders hit them and start sweeping their way down the line. Let's go ahead and set up our line here on this hedgerow. And then I have our Redcoat recruit units here, and I'm going to get them involved once these guys have like started attacking our line. But these guys, I think, will get devastated by these very accurate units if I put them on the front line. So I'm going to start moving our cavalry across over here. I might move our line down in order to space them out some more. And let's switch these guys over to Buck and Ball. And we need to get after that artillery sooner rather than later. Let's bring the Highlanders across, since they're pretty speedy. I'll leave our Highland foot over here. Maybe I'll bring you across as well. Wow, look at how far they've spread their line out over here. try to straighten out a little bit here. Looks like they're turning to... Never mind, they are not turning towards us, they're turning away now. We'll start to be a little bit more aggressive since they have decided not to turn towards us. I really want to get to that artillery before it does too much more damage over here. Okay, I think we hit them before they got to brace very much. Taking like very few casualties. Okay, let's start bringing our recruits forward. Yeah, let's get you guys involved. Provincials, charge them. And then let's hit these guys. Charge in to help. You'll go after the artillery. Pull you guys out. Keep attacking the artillery. Okay, let's pull our dragoons back. Hopefully we get there before that. Okay, they didn't get to shoot, so that's good. These guys are pretty much spent, so I'm not going to use them anymore. But I will use our dragoons to soften these guys up. And they're not bracing anymore, so we can just go ahead and charge in. Dragoons are not Dragoons. Redcoats are not in range here. Okay, let's start bringing everyone down this way. I'll just come over here and deal with those French Fusiliers. These guys should break pretty soon. We'll send our Highland Foot down over here. They won't reload in time. You guys just work on getting some kills. Nice. I think I really want the veterancy, so we can start getting like our Highland Foot and these recruits upgraded. And also our just normal British foot. I'll probably sell off maybe this basic Frisian horse. Yeah, let's take the veterancy here. Actually, there's no reason for this to be a mixed brigade. It should just be a cavalry brigade. Because the only reason it was a mixed brigade was because of Granby. Yeah, we'll give you charge. I like that. Cavalry. Move speed is good. Move speed is good, but see if we can find something better. Extra melee, I like that. And then our fire brigade. Extra range is good. It's not like amazing. This is amazing. We'll definitely take that. May I put the Highlanders over here? Well, I don't want to stymie their veterancy gain, so definitely sell that. Get you better horses. Let's sort the things that we're definitely going to sell off. Probably don't really need basic tea. And I guess it's still useful because they have like no ration. Here, we can hold off on selling. Let's come visit this slum. Let's not provoke that encamped army. Yeah, we can sell off. Sell off a bunch of provision. Well, this is a better trade compared to this. So let's do this one. And let's take a look at the barracks. Ooh, Highland Foot. I like that. Yeah, I could buy just another straight up Highland Foot here. And then we'd have all of our melee units. Maybe that's what we do. Let's sell off the things that we're definitely not going to be using. And let's buy this Highland Foot. Give him a Tula. Let's give him some nice half gators. Oh, we can sell this because this is for artillery. Let's give him probably this. And here. And now he's a decent little melee unit. Just making sure that no one can upgrade. I think you need 7 for Highland Grenadier. Yeah. Great, so now we just need one more brigade, which would probably have 2 infantry and 2 dragoons. And we'll probably turn you into provincial cavalry at some point. Oh, speaking of, we need to get them carbines. Just go with the Jönköping. I know this is an excellent Delft, but I mean, the only thing it's really better at is it's got slightly better range. It's got a little bit better reload. I think I'd rather just take the cheaper gun, the gun that's like half the price, but only is slightly worse. And then let's give it to them. Maybe I give you the Jönköping. And give you the land pattern carbine. Okay, I'm satisfied with that for now. Oh, some more bagpipers would be... It would thematically be good for our Highlanders. Maybe if we have time, we can come back here at some point and get those bagpipes going. But for now, let's come check out this battlefield. We're about halfway through this act. Okay, we failed to get an officer there. Unfortunate. 28,000 men, 27,000 men. These are French, so the numbers are inflated. I think if we were to circle back, I think we would be strong enough to fight them. just not super confident fighting them right now. I'd like to get a few more patrol battles, maybe even like a field battle, and then go fight those guys. Oh, let's start making our way to these outposts. I forgot that we shucks. I don't want to give up like one of our good items because I think we have like good Chevaux de Frise and I don't want to give those up. And good earthworks. Let's actually come over here. It's kind of eating up our time. But this is good. We'll have a patrol. We'll have a patrol to fight next time, and then we'll come over here. We'll buy a really cheap cannon or really cheap emplacement, whichever is cheaper, and then go that outpost, resolve it, and then resolve the next outpost. Maybe buy up some more manpower as well. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot more confident now. That Act 1 HQ battle had me spooked beforehand. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, but we did it fairly well. The British proved themselves, and let's just go ahead and keep rolling through Act 2 in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and see you next time.